And okay, let's start to the initiative cards first. The first one is Andres card. This one is HARA.1.0 guest experience post. Andre, please update your card.
Thank you, Nadine. So about this card, actually, I have another update here. That we got, we already did repost photo screenshot, and it is already also posted. And I got one new source from Nadia, our past guest. This is I got from Air Support 2. So she visit the, I forgot the name. The what is, yeah. He'll like that lah. He'll what? Yeah, so he shared about her experience there, and yeah, later on we will post it. And as I discussed with Kanye yesterday, that we already got a lot of photo from our past guests, that maybe we want to save it as well on the Google Drive from Bukit Vista, but still discuss with Ganis about this. Maybe Gani want to make a folder or something because he know more about the drive in Bukit Vista. I think that's all update from me, Nadine, about this. I got one new source and already did repost photo from Instagram.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Andre, for your update for this one. Okay, move to your another cards, HERA.6.0, Instagram as our tools to posting some tips and recommendation. Please, Andre.
Yes, in this initiative, I'm still collecting the beaches that reopening in Bali because yesterday, not yesterday, at the 1st of June, Om Rafiq are mentioning that there's some beach are reopening, right? And it is also there's also a news about it. But when the other guests are come and text me, they said that hey, the beach is not really open. They start to close again. So I think uh, I don't want to share information about this. Maybe they start to open and then close again, open and close again, which they still need to recovery or maybe prepare it. So I don't want to post it. But we got. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry about my dog. Uh, the update is I got two people are text in Instagram. I already attached it.
Wow, okay.
So maybe it's because before we shared about that you can post or you can tag us on our Instagram like that. So that's the update for about this card.
Okay, thank you, Andre. So, currently you're collecting the update, the news update about Bali, ya. Okay, if I may suggest, you need to maybe make sure first, or maybe collaborate with community to collect the accurate news about Bali. Okay, thank you, Andre. I think that's all from Andre. Move to my card. Okay, this one is HERG.1, Facebook Inquiry Optimization and Market Discovery. Okay, so yesterday I'm actually just working on active marketing. Like I reach people that send inquiries to some community page group. So and then yesterday I also set a KPI, and the KPI will be 3 more deals from Facebook. Then I will hand over this advertisement project to content. And after that, HR will continuing to receive reservation, cross-selling, active marketing, and make contract or direct booking. And then this afternoon, I will have breakout meeting with MB, Wayana, and also Lilis to clear about the market builder flow on Facebook, because yesterday I found many leads of property owner that selling their nice properties. So I would like to know more about market builder flow in Facebook. And also today I will repost Villa Bodas with the lower price, which is or VD already update about Bodas price. Okay, that's all actually for this card. Any question? Okay, no, thank you. Move to my another card, HRF.1.0, listing filter deployment on bigger. So yesterday I got the result from Aldo for double check CSV database that we use for for filter listing database, and it's all done. And the next step will be discussed with VD as well by today at 4 p.m. Wita. So that's the actually the newest update about this card. Okay, move on to the another card. The last card. This is HERF.3 case management journey. So this is my newest initiative about the intended outcome hypothesis and how we will know. I already explained this today. So currently I'm doing like designing the and imagine what kind of what kind of the case management journey that I would like to present like that, and I will try to start design with Figma because 2 days ago VD teach me how to use Figma, and I would like to start design my design with Figma by today. So that's all the update for this card from my cards. Any questions? Okay, no. Okay, thank you. Move to Cynthia's card. This is HERB1.4.1. Maintaining networking has been connected. I believe Cynthia doesn't have any update for this one. The latest update is she is already post the article about the Anita Leblon on her LinkedIn, and move to her another card. This is HERA.7.0. Advertise our property on Instagram. Okay, I believe Andre has update for this one, yeah.
Hello,
Andre,
hello.
hello.
Okay.
You have update for this one,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, please, Andre.
Okay, guys. So I'm just idle. So because this is a good initiative also. So my update is about that the Despacito was postponed yesterday. Kanin's plan is to post it today. Because yesterday he was focusing on content requests about listing, so to correct some listing. So the best day to upload this is Wednesday. Why? Because this day is the highest reach on the last 2 weeks. So as I and Gani already like put update on Instagram initiative, that the Wednesday is the highest reach on the last 2 weeks. And if we got the higher reach, it will get also the potential about this. So actually we plan to post it yesterday, but maybe we postpone to post it by today. This
Okay.
update.
Okay, thank you, Andre, for the update. Okay, so that's all from Cynthia's card. Move on to Tandy's card. Uh, Tandy's not here, yeah. Okay, this is HARK.1.1 360 video for properties tour. Okay, this is the latest update from Tandy. So as per discussion with you can make the MVP. So he's trying to find the MVP for advertise or for making the new 360 virtual tour, and he will advertise it on Facebook and Instagram. Okay, I think he is currently work together with Diba, still discuss more about this. So yeah, that's the latest update for his card for this one. Okay, um, I think we covered all from all initiative cards. Oh, I think
I think we have
Rian,
one
yeah,
from
Rian.
Rian.
Okay, Rian. Can we move Rian to here, please? Yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
so yeah, thank you.
please, Rian. Yes.
Okay, thank you for your time, Mr. Chair, Miss Chair. So yeah, the result is we agree with Rafik that we are going to bring this to HR, which we already did. That you guys already seen this yesterday, and I saw from the meeting notes that you were about to have the open discussion and then open for vote today. So I don't know if you guys already discussed about this, whether you agree or not, because And the intention is once again at the community manager discussions a couple days ago. It's like we're going to put this on the listing, but then we have to be careful for a list for the homestay or the guest house that sometimes just don't follow the number of the room correctly. Is for the guest house. So so the intention is actually it's just for the internal use for the SAR team itself. That's why my intention is to put it on the what's it most of them again the PRM just because it's for internal use. But then 10D suggests because it's hospitality standard, we have like a wider sense for this, which means that we're going to address the guests as well by putting on the listing. So it's up to the HR now whether you want to have this for to make your work easier, just to remember the layout because not all of you know about the layout of each properties. Especially for this one, I want to have this as an MVP for region one. So it's only for region one first for the starter, and then you can just follow. After this one has just been deemed as success, then we can just follow this step, and then we can just make another layout for another region.
Okay, thank you, Rian. Okay, Mr. Rafiq, please.
Yeah, thank you, Rian, for the explanation and also regarding the meeting yesterday. Yes, we already agree about this to put on the SCR meeting. But I think you must going to discussion note, Rian, to because this is the cross chapter, and you need to put it on the discussion meeting, and then after that, if already okay about this, and then you can move it to your initiative card. That is my advice because
Okay,
this
so
is you're going to discussion about this, right?
yeah, we're going
Yeah.
to have a discussion about this whether they're going to agree or not because we're going to put it on a vote as well. That's what I saw from the meeting notes yesterday. So yeah,
Okay.
back to you, Miss Chair. If you want me to put this on the discussion management, I will just put it there. And yeah, we can just cover it on the discussion management after, or probably you want to wait till we have like a full team because I believe that we still have like an Andre Rafiq, but I think it's enough. I think it's enough for putting a vote because we already only two people that is not present today. Now please
Okay.
do Miss Chair.
I think if Rian it's still HAR, right? I think if he has some initiative, he just can put the initiative this on this Trello card directly without this to put it on discussion management because like all of us we put all of our initiative directly to the Trello card, not to discussion management. If Rian still involved in HAR, yeah. Um, Actually, that's still a confusion about Rian. For my side, like Rian still in HAR or just community or same with Andre, like that. And then maybe we can discuss it more about that. So so the point is, if Rian still involved in HAR, if he has a initiative, he can just put it directly to the Trello card, I think. So okay, that's all. Thank you, Rian, for the update. Um,
Um,
this
Mi-
is yes, Rian.
Miss Chair, I think you need to vote or what? Because I think that's the agreement from yesterday that we're going to vote whether this we're going to stay with this or all you guys agree with this initiative. And I don't know,
Okay,
like I
maybe
think
for
that's written on the meeting notes yesterday. So it's up to you, Miss Chair. I just want to remind you. Thank you.
okay, maybe we can add this discussion to discussion management then. Mr. Secretary, could you please add this topic to the discussion management, please? Okay, thank you. Thank you, Rian, for your update. Okay, so we covered all of the initiative cards, and then let's move to the discussion management. Let me share my screen. Okay, so the rolling night patrol between HR is already covered, and then the new topic is actually from Andre, how to start to change the Airbnb name. Okay, Andre, please tell us more about your new discussion about this.
Nadine, I think we have another important discussion. First, I already write there. It's from Wayana, the best practice on how to replying Airbnb inquiry. I think in this particular case, I invite Mo to discuss about it, to explain about it. So it is. I think it is more important. So I think we have to discuss it first rather than my discussion like that.
Okay, sure. Okay, thank you, Andre, for the heads up. Okay, this one is actually from Wayana, the best practice on how to replying Airbnb inquiry. Okay, welcome, Wayana. Thank you for joining our meeting. So please explain more about your topic discussions. Time is yours.
So, Andre, you mind to share the screenshot that I sent you yesterday so that
Okay.
the team can see?
Okay, Mo.
Oh, okay.
Please
Okay, let
wait.
me stop the screen sharing ya. Then you start to share your screen, Andre.
Sure. Please wait.
In the slide.
Okay. This one, ya, Mo.
Yeah. So this guest named Ilona. Hello, we are looking for a room stay in this zone. We like this. Can we come at 4 to see the room on for my this this day? And then I see the reply from Andre is like directing the conversation to IG. This like big no for Airbnb because they consider we are cheating their system. It should be the conversation between. So I have like an example here below. So if the guests really like want to see, you can maybe just share the locate. What you call, give the name of the Google on the map, but you can see, but you have to answer. You can see the place, but when you decide, please book on Airbnb. So there have to be like that way. Otherwise, if Airbnb spot this like multiple times, so they will. It's not good for our profile. They have right to close your account as well. So it had been before. It happened before. So I think we need to change our practice. It's still one guest to book with us, but have to be like have a statement that okay, I understand that you want to stay like longer than normally. I understand you concern want to see the place. That's okay, but this is our Google Map. But please promise me to book on Airbnb after this.
Wait,
I
don't
think
don't
something
don't tell
like
them about
that.
the Google Map, right?
Yeah.
That's not right either. If you
Yeah.
tell them Google Map, we lose the deal because then they can go
They can
direct
go
to them.
directly. Yeah.
So just simply, all right, just simply carry on the conversation. If they give you their contact details, that's fine. If they say that they want to see it, then we can arrange a meeting.
Mhm.
But don't share any other Instagram contact handles because that gets profiles closed. We had that happen before with the Wyana profile, I think. Remember, Rafik? That was a pretty scary day.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, just watch out for this. Don't send them off unless they give us the contact, right? Generally, if they want to, they will, and then we can reach out back to them. Okay.
Yeah,
So
normally they give their number in writing. So and then we have to smart enough to figure it out. Yes, Rapik.
Okay, thank you. I think it's SAR right now is a little bit confusing about this Mo and Jing as well. First is, of course, on this particular crisis, we need to what is called to raise up our revenue. That is the first one. That is the conclusion that is SAR do it why they going to directly the Instagram. That is the first one. The second one, I think Yes, of course, the language of the Andre is a little bit scary to Airbnb regarding this one. Is uh, if we have, I think it's more than 3 or 4, we do like this, our account will be suspended. That is, and also will be have a notification regarding please doing Airbnb, please doing. The best point is for your practice, Andre, is the first one and the last one. What is the Wayana said? Just pre-prove it, blah 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 blah, and then if they interesting, they will still replay it. They will still replay it, and then you can give the last one. You can give the what's called our contact on Instagram. I think it's okay if the last one, but at least you are pre-approved it. That is so that is the open gate for the guests. So on Airbnb side, we decide them to book Airbnb, right? That is the first one. So Airbnb will see it. We will pre-approve it. If the dangerous one, if you said going to Instagram instead not pre-approve it, that is the so it's okay if you write down your Instagram, blah 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 blah, and then you so that is mean your place is ready to book on Airbnb. That is the Airbnb concept. That is my yeah, yes, Jing.
Don't share any Instagram handle at this point, please. Yeah. Don't share any sort of off-platform direction. That is what Airbnbs will shut you down on.
Yeah, big no no there.
Yeah.
Mm.
So look, there's no difference, right? If they really want to book it, they will communicate, and we can actually make it happen. We don't need to offer an offline discussion in the very beginning. We just need to say, hey, this is ready. We pre-approve you. You can book it. And that's good too, Andre. That keeps our ranking high. We
Mhm.
want to pre-approve as often as possible to keep the ranking high. If the guest wants to communicate, which they probably will, they will volunteer themselves to share their contact information. And at that point, you're okay to contact them on their contact information if they share. Don't offer the contact information. Airbnb doesn't see that as like, oh, bad deal. Airbnb sees that as trust and safety issue, where you might say something or you might kidnap them or whatever. They go back, they blame Airbnb that I booked this place on Airbnb and the host raped me, right?
Mm.
And it doesn't look like rape. Well, we had this conversation offline. Who initiated the conversation? The host, and then that's what gets you closed, right? So yeah, no sharing contact information. Right now, even worse, we're all networked up together. So before we might lose a single profile, now we might lose all the profiles, right? Because Joy has connected us all in one bucket. So it's just simply not worth it. Even if we get one deal, it's not worth it to bring down the entire company over one deal. All right. So don't share contact information to the guest. But if the guest shares contact information to us, we can communicate. Okay.
I think also if the guest smart enough, you see this Cheers Andre, and then this one is like instead of host like Cheers Andre, and then underneath is like Bukit Vista Hospitality,
Yeah.
and then
Just
if the guest smart enough, they will figure it out.
sure. Yeah. You can say what company you're with. That's fine.
Yeah,
And then they can Google search us and probably find us
yeah.
anyway.
They,
Right?
they really want, they will find out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
Okay, but
yeah.
this kind of stuff is once again very dangerous. Just like CCing on an open CC. So this is something we don't do. And I didn't know we were doing this before. I didn't monitor this. I thought people were coming naturally to Instagram, but when we noticed this, this is not good. Don't ever and just yeah, don't share our contact information because that is that it's a small sin, but it has big consequences for Airbnb's reputation.
Yeah.
Someone gets hurt, and they get blamed, and then they blame you, and they fire us, right? So that's the way they usually do things, and I just don't want to have that happen. Okay, so let's make sure everyone understands that. No sharing our own contact information with the guest, but be available so that the guest contacts us. We can if the guest sends their contact information, we can follow up with it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was that?
So hello, Jing.
Yeah.
So based on the that revenue that we have, I think it's 70% is going from Instagram. That is the first one.
Mhm.
So from Airbnb, they try to avoid the service fee, right?
Mhm.
So they going to our Instagram and so far it's okay. That is the first one, but it's quite dangerous, right? Quite dangerous. Same like you
No,
said.
if they come to our Instagram on their own,
That's
Rafik, that's
okay.
okay, right? If
We
we
give
send
to
them
them.
to Instagram from Airbnb, that's not
From
okay.
inquiry or Airbnb, no.
Okay. If they go to
Mm.
our Instagram anyway, that's okay. They found us through Instagram. Okay. But if they come to us through Airbnb, we cannot send them to Instagram. Instagram doesn't help us convert, right?
Yes.
Anything. If this person was willing to book on Airbnb, let them continue booking on Airbnb. There's no problem with that. If they come on Instagram, let them go on Instagram on their own. But what's not okay is it's not okay to move people from Airbnb to Instagram uh,
Okay.
unless they share their Instagram or they share their contact, and then we can get back to them from our Instagram to their Instagram, right? If they offer, that's okay,
Okay.
but not it in the marketing funnel. It doesn't make a difference, Rafik. If you want to convert them, Airbnb is just as good as Instagram. You don't need to go to Instagram to convert them. If they want to have, let's say, a discussion about things, about whatever, then we can have that discussion either here or wherever they would like, right? What should I do? How would you like to communicate, right? We can ask them these questions to get them to want to share. That's okay, but that's the idea, right? By doing this, this creates a red flag for Airbnb, and then that creates problems for us, big problems for us. We don't want to have big problems, and we just want to let you guys know so that we can work together as a team. Okay.
Okay, understand. So SAR now is take, take the bite, is from the guest. So if the guest share the information, so we contact them. If not,
You
just
can yes, you can encourage them to share their information. You would say,
mm,
if you're not comfortable communicating here, what is
yeah,
your favorite form of communication, right?
yes,
You can say that, but you cannot share,
Yeah.
right?
yes,
You can't share your thing
Itu
because
untuk trigger aja sih.
yeah. So we are take the bite, right? That is
yeah,
the yeah,
they have to bite us. We can't bite them, so to speak.
yes,
Okay. All right.
yes.
So
Understand? Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Guys,
Thank you.
that's it from me that I want to share. Nice to see you, everyone.
Right. Thank you, Moayana.
Welcome. Yes, Andre.
Okay. Yes, Andre.
Okay, I maybe I did wrong. I know about this, but I think this is what lots of SAR did is moving from Airbnb to Instagram. I know that it is bad, and I know I already know now the point that we have to first pay them to share their contact first, and not to sharing our contact first. So yeah, yeah, and I do understand now. Really sorry about that. Yeah, I'll try to fix it. Surely I will fix it.
No problem.
Thank
Well,
you.
pass, Andre.
Sure. Okay. From all of this, I can conclude that for all of the inquiries that come into Airbnb, we prefer for them to book on Airbnb. So direct booking is kind of like the last choice, but also we cannot share our contact. Just let them share their contact.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Let's also, Nadine, please write. Let's make sure we write that on the discussion, right? So that any future people will also see that we've agreed on that one.
okay, sure thing, sir. Mr. Secretary, could you please write down the conclusion of this discussion on the discussion management paper?
Yes, I'm trying.
Okay, maybe we can take another important topic discussions.
Rian's new
Which,
initiative, if I may, Mrs. Chair, could we talk about Rian's new initiative?
yes, sure, sir.
Okay.
Please, time is yours.
Okay, so Rian, I think that's good. Well introduced. I'll leave it up to the chapter to decide. But I think let's open that discussion. So Rian wants to put a diagram of the villa onto the listings, so that will be more helpful for guests coming to see certain properties. What do you guys think about that? Okay, back to the chair.
Okay, from my side, actually, if Rian want to put his new initiative on HAR, he can just like directly to put it on our Trello initiative cards, so he doesn't have to what is that? Put it on discussion management and ask for voting does everyone agree or not? Because Rian is still in HAR, right? Just like all of us, like me, Rian, me, Andre, Cynthia, Tandy, and then all of us, if we have new initiative, we can just put it on Trello cards and discuss on there. Not have to, doesn't have to put it on discussion management first. So that's from my side actually. Maybe we can go to Andre.
Sorry, I was typing. So I was thinking that this is good initiative as well because we can have a layout that clear to the internal team and also for the guests. So whether if they confirm the guest is the reservation of the guest is confirmed, we can tell them that you are on this room. You can check on the listing that you're in the second room like that. So it will be more clear for both internal and for the guests.
Yes, I do agree also with Andre. Okay, move on to maybe Rafiq.
So yeah, I already talked with Rian yesterday, so I agree with that because Rian and me is agreed to bring this to SAR from the community. So this is few things about this layout. First is case information. The second one is the area knowledge for the maybe the I think it's next in the future we are become a director on the SAR because director is mean like the movies director. So we are behind the scene. So who's take the inquiry, maybe the intern or something. So they have the help other first, and then what is the continued thing? Help others first, and then help them.
Help others help themselves.
Oh yeah, help others and help themselves. That is the point on this one. That is so the area knowledge and everything, so they understand. I'm agree with this. Back to you, Chair.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Rafiq. Maybe move to, okay, no, maybe back to you, sir, Jing.
Okay, I think if you guys agree it's a good thing, then the next thing is just to take action. So, um, Rian, over to you. What is your next step? Hello, Rian. Okay. All right.
Okay. So my next step is going to create a layout, and then I will just pass it up to content. So I will just work with content to make the layout, and then for the next action is going to work with content, especially with Kenny about this, and create the layout. Start to create the layout based on the sorry, what's the name again? Based on the original layout that we have for each properties. So that's going to be the next actions, and aside from list probably a top five what's it called again, top five properties that get the most inquiries. So it's going to be the prioritize going to be the prioritize for the first first sorry first word, yeah. So that's going to be the next action, if you guys all agree about this. So yeah.
Okay, then. Okay, so basically everyone agree with Rian's new initiative. Okay, maybe I motion to let Rian to continue his initiative with this. So any second?
Yep.
Okay, thank you everyone. Is there anything else that you would like to deliver, sir, Jing?
Me? Not really. We still have some time, so I guess we can still talk about the new profile names. I guess, right? How to start
Okay,
with Airbnb names. Yeah.
okay, sure. Okay, the last topic discussion is from Andre. How to start to change the Airbnb name? Please, Andre.
So basically, because we are ready to we agreed to change the Airbnb name to the profile with with the who people that are still here. So I'm just asking about how to start this program. Should we start to creating an alpha or from the content first, or how to start this? I don't really understand because yeah, how to start this? Uh, how to start this program actually? Maybe
Oh,
from I'll ask Rafik first, maybe. Oh,
Okay, thank you. I think it's this one need to, because this is will be change the Airbnb name profile. It's not the email, right? That is the first one. The second one, we need to bring this to all hands. So that is my right.
Yeah, I think you've
That,
already brought it to all hands. Actually, we spoke about
no,
this. No.
not yet, sir.
Okay. Okay.
So this is going to all hand first. Yeah, because we this is the information for general. It's not for SAR only, to general. So if we understand, so if we understand and we agree for all, we start to content request. So SAR will decide who's the name, and then after that, we put the new name on SAR on the all hand, and it's done. That is my that is the action that first one is bring it to LN. It's already agreed, and XAR going to content request. After that is going to LN again about the information, the updated information. That is my idea. Maybe another have another idea.
okay. Thank you, Mr. Rafiq. Back to you, Andre. Okay.
yes, typing. Uh, so what I got from you, So the first step will be HAR, choosing whose name to put on the Airbnb name, and then we bring it up to the all hand first. So in this particular case, we have to first discuss with the internal HAR first, yeah. Like that.
Okay.
Okay, I understand about it. So what do you think about this, guys? So first we have to make a sub discussion about this.
Okay. Andre, if I may. Okay. Actually, we already talked about this one, right? And basically, everyone agree for this initiative, or maybe the next step would be we choose the one who will be the pioneer to follow up this action like that. How about that, Andrea? Like follow up to the like communicate about this initiative to content and then following up and so on. How about that, Andre?
So we have to choose someone to work on this, right? That nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Who willing to follow up this initiative until it's done.
Maybe I can help with it, and yeah, I can help with this initiative.
Okay, great then. Okay, any second I motion to Andre being the pioneer to following up this initiative. Any second? Okay. Okay, thank you everyone. I think we
Yes.
covered.
Yes, Ching.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, sorry.
I think
I
you guys
cannot
can,
see.
I think the profiles are fundamentally um, who owns the profiles. You would say which chapter should have, let's say, the greatest amount of, let's say, ownership on the profile.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so we have each let's say each asset in our company, each thing that our company has, there should be an owner, and then there should be like borrowers, right? So we have this idea of your audience right now is guests, right? And community's audience is property owners.
Owner. Yeah.
So this specific thing that we have, a profile, it's a tool to talk with guests. So we have to decide who does it really belong to, right? Who owns this particular profile? Is it HAR? Is it content? Is it community? Or is it something else, right? Which chapter owns the profiles?
I
HR.
think the content, sir.
Okay, so Andre thinks content. Rafi,
Yeah.
what do you think?
SAR, sir.
HAR, and Nadine thinks,
HAR.
and Rian thinks.
It's belong to HR.
Okay, it's HAR. It's HAR. So content works on the profile to create a result for HAR. Remember, content is serving HAR, right? So the idea of ownership is that when the profile does well, you should feel proud about it, right? And when the profile does bad, you should feel bad about it. And as let's say having that idea of ownership makes it clear how to direct flow. So if you see that something isn't working, as an owner, you would feel concerned about it, and you would go and you would fix it, right?
Okay.
And even better, you can maybe delegate somebody to fix it, but ultimately you care about what happens to this profile, just like you guys cared to change the name of the profile. All right. So if you have ownership over it, you don't necessarily need to bring it up to the entire company now, right? Because it is essentially your profile. You do what you think is ready with it, because ultimately you are the one that gets the most benefit, and you're the one that also suffers the most drawback if the profile isn't the best optimal way. So that's the idea of ownership of each particular asset in the company, right? So certain channels, I think Instagram now has shifted ownership. It used to be more of like a content ownership. Now it's more of an HAR ownership, right? Because it's an HAR tool to re-engage with guests. It's an HAR tool to engage with current and future guests, right? LinkedIn. LinkedIn, that is an HR ownership, right? So HR looks after the LinkedIn, making sure we have a strong profile on LinkedIn so that we draw a lot of applicants and we can network with a lot of people so that we can set you guys up with more industry experts and such, right? Community. Community owns the 3C culture, right? How to actually create a culture to communicate with owners in a fluent way. And I think if, let's say, if we want to be agile and fast, we have to have separate ownerships. It cannot be like the company owns everything, because then it takes too long to make a decision. So in this particular case, I do like how Rafik is thinking inclusive about, okay, everybody, but I'm also thinking about who does it really affect, right? If you change a name, it really, if I'm not mistaken, it really only affects HAR, right? Does it really affect content that much? What's their mission? Their mission is to acquire any property anywhere in the world, right? You guys' mission is to superhost at scale. So yes, if you have like a profile name change, then that will result in a different branding now, and a different relationship, and a different feeling of ownership to each profile, which is why we brought up this idea in the first place. We want people here to feel ownership on the account, instead of people who don't work here anymore. So I think you can actually limit it to just this chapter. You say, hey, look, you should announce it, right, so that everyone knows that these things have changed, right? But I don't really foresee anybody else who would be directly affected. Okay, look to Nadine.
Okay, sir. Actually, I want to ask, maybe the intention of Rafik that we want to bring this up to all hands is actually because there's some profile that still has our employees' name that actually still in BP, like Bayu and Wayana, but which are they're not in HAR like that. And
Mm.
uh, how about that? Like,
Like
they're
that.
not in
Okay.
HAR.
All right.
Okay, Nadine. Hello, Nadine.
Yes.
Okay, I will answer the question. So the point of this changes the profile is the person who was already lead BP. So it's Bayu, Wayana is still at BP, right? So we change the profile is, for example, like Chris and Wayana become a Rian and Wayana, for example, like that. So it's based on the. I like what is Jing said because it's effect on HR, the profile and everything. But the last one, I think after we change that one, we need to inform the all hand. That's all. So that's information to all the employee. That is yes, Nadine.
Okay, but the objective of this initiative is also to make the guests not confused about like they maybe they see the profile name is Bayu and Wayana, and then the one that hosting them is not Bayu and Wayana, right? and then like that, right? If you want to change all of the profile name, maybe we can just change all of it to HAR name like that. So jangan setengah-setengah like that.
Yes, Jay.
Nadine, that's actually a really interesting point. The way to organize that, I think, is to create a new pivot. So if you like this idea, then you can create a new pivot saying that, hey, let's change all the names to people who are part of HAR. So the reason why that's important, everyone, as a project management, is that if you keep on moving the goalpost, right? You say that the goal was here, and now the goal is here, and now the goal is here. Then the project never gets finished at any point. It just starts getting the scope of it starts getting bigger and bigger, and it never meets any progress. So yeah, I do agree that this maybe has inspired a reanalysis of the entire profile family, and it could be a good time to think about, let's say, extending that idea more. But it's okay. I think if it gains momentum, you can create a new pivot to say, why don't we just change the other profiles to this too as well? But during the middle of, let's say, a project, it's best to keep the project at the same scope. If you enlarge the scope of the project, let's say I'm going to go to Surabaya, right? Oh no, well, since I'm going to Surabaya, I might as well just go to Jogja. Well, since I'm going to go to Jogja, I might as well just go to Jakarta. And well, since I'm going to go to Jakarta, I might as well just go to Medan too as well. So then you went from a simple project now to something that's getting bigger and bigger in scope. So in this particular case, go to Surabaya first, right? Go to Surabaya first and plan to go to the next place during maybe the trip to Surabaya. So at least you get one thing done. You don't start like stacking. Or if you feel really inspired, that could be a personal choice too, right? If you feel really inspired and you say, all right, we need to abandon the first pivot entirely and move to the second pivot. That is also meaningful. Otherwise, there's no focus, right? Are we supposed to go on plan A, or have we already moved to the first pivot of plan A, or what is in the plan? This is just some advice for project management, right? So I like this discussion. I think this is really good. This is where we become more competent as a company. Actually, this is what step on toes actually means. It means everyone's idea should come together, and we figure out what's the best idea. Okay, but this is beautiful.
Actually, I have a point on that one.
Sure, please, Moana.
Because I understand that you want to change. From my point of view, it's okay, whoever, but it's tied to payment. So is my name have to be there, because if something wrong with payment,
Okay.
it have to be like match with
The name of the
yes.
I see. Okay.
So and then also if you have to see like where is Jing Kalgrad Jing there, it have to be. I'm okay on the back, wherever on the third. It's I don't mind really, but it's have to do like with the I don't know how it's the backhand of the Airbnb mindset.
Okay.
So yeah, that is how to my to input. Like in the front, okay, all the EJR is the best. Like why not put with the back, whatever, like the second that's not in the upfront should be on the back, like like Nadine and da. So but because I'm tied to on all the payments, so my name should be there. So that is something wrong, like hey, I'm here, like my name is Wainana, and then this is my face. I don't know. It's just something backend of Airbnb.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
that's it from me.
Thank you, Moana, and also Jing. Or maybe we can just all of us we can just write down all the thing that should be considered before we decide the objective and move to the next action of this initiative. So please, if Rafiq, Andre, Jing, and also Wayana have any points, main point to be considered for this initiative, please write down on the discussion management paper. Okay, I think we already covered all the new topics for today. We can finish this discussion management. And okay, thank you meeting, and also especially for everyone that attending this meeting on time. Okay, I'll let you guys continue your work and have a nice day. Thank you.
Oh, feedback.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry.
Taking the chair as
Okay.
well.
And then
Okay. I would like to hear your feedback, guys, about me being a chair. Okay, maybe let's go to Andre first.
I think all good. Not you're keep improving. Doing the chair today. Like we are now having a lot of discussion, and you're able to handle it. That's from me.
Yes, thank you, Andre. I learned a lot from you. Okay, move to my role model, Mr. Rafiq.
Okay, thank you, Nadine. You are more confident now. That is first one. Second one, I like you said which one is the priority to talk and which one is low priority. I like that one. I like that become so become a chair is need to know which one we need hard discussion and low discussion. I like on that. And the last one is you keep on track. That is good. So discard and then you asking any question. So uh, let us think first, and then you give 3 or 4 seconds, and then you move to another card. I like so continued and more brave and more confident for that. Nadine.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rafiq. Okay, over to Jing.
Okay, so there's a few small things I'd like to point out, and this is for anybody who will be chairing. As a chair, I think it's part of leadership job to be observant and also to pick out details matter. For example, here on Rian's card, there's a few things that are not quite right about it. This is Rian doesn't have actually himself tagged on the card right now, so he's not a member of the card, and that creates a little bit of a communication breakdown, right? So any updates on this particular card, Rian will not actually get those updates automatically from Trello. So I think it's important, Rian, to also put yourself there. And further to that, there is no initiative H currently in this chapter. I understand Rian copied this from the another chapter over to this chapter, but there is no initiative H here. And I believe this is actually belongs to initiative G, which is part of inquiry optimization on this particular initiative. So I think that just needs to if you're chairing, just have an eye of detail for that and be able to pick that out. Okay, so that the people on the team can get that right. Otherwise, let's see about general leadership. I think it's actually really good. I think you have a lot of maturity. I think you are thinking about things uh, in a very wise way, actually. You're deciding what to prioritize, you're deciding which conversation needs to go, you're making decisions, which is good. And I think over practice, you will feel more decisive about your decisions and you'll be more confident in these decisions. But I really like that you are making decisions. And that is the beginning, I think, of great leadership is that process of making decisions. So that looks good. Okay, that's my feedback.
Okay, thank you so much, my other role model, Jing.
Oh,
And then move to maybe Rian. Could you please give me feedback?
oh, okay. I thought you were not going to mention my name because Jing is always going to be the one that's close the show.
yeah, turn on your camera.
No, sir, I'm terrible. I'm in terrible face. After a diarrhea, so it's just a pale
I
face.
need to see your face.
I don't have confidence with that, so I feel confidence this way.
You use bra, right?
How do you know that? Okay, so anyway, just to save the time, I think I would like to agree with Jing regarding detail, but then I also want to point out that you're doing pretty well. Like, I didn't expect that you're going to have that decisiveness coming from you because like you are the youngest member here. But then I also believe now that you say it in the all hands about the biggest achievement and then biggest growth that you have, that you now gain a confidence on point out something that is not right. So I think you need to keep the mindset from now on, because it's very important. Now that you have the decisiveness, is very good, and I do appreciate that. All single input that I got from you, it's a pretty important. So I like that. I like the decisiveness that you have from this today's meeting. So other than that, you're doing very well. Now that I want to quote what Jing said to me for a couple of days, but it helped me a lot. It's more like a stylistic approach, like the filler, Like I found your sharing. It's quite good actually. It's really good, but I think it's going to be better. It's just a stylistic approach. It's up to you if you want to take this into account or not. But I think you need to a filler like and like something like that, because it will just increase your capability of doing the see, I just doing right now. So I want to raise your capability to be a good chair, because you're already good chair. I believe you already know about this because you're in a theater, so I know that, and I think you can be better and better from this time on. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for me. Good job, Nadine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rian. Okay, I think thank you for all of your feedbacks, guys. Okay, I'll let you guys to continuing your work. Good luck and have a nice day. Thank you.
Don't forget to choose the chairman, Nadine.
Us. Okay, for the next chairman will be Rian, and then the next secretary will be me. Okay. Okay, done. Okay, have a nice day, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, that's normal, right?
Morning. Morning. Tes dengar aku nggak?
Morning.
Sir, please stop your recording. Sir, please stop your recording.
Oh, good point.